Hello, my name is Jake McFarlane. I am here for Hive magazine with the incredible Rua Rí. Rua Rí, how are we getting on?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
Not too bad, not too bad. Obviously, we are here to talk about the debut album out on Friday. Very exciting times ahead. Just first of all, how are you feeling with that finally, getting ready to come out and be out there for everyone to hear?
Yeah, it feels good now. A lot of the nerves are gone. I was quite nervous before putting out the singles. It's been a long time coming this album, so I was kind of. But then when I put out the singles, yeah, um, there was a nice response, and also I realized that nothing changes at all when you put out music.
Yeah,
So it was kind of a nice relief.
yeah.
So I'm just excited now. I'm just looking forward to for people to hear it, and yeah, looking forward to writing some new things too.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
And with it coming out, great title as well. Tell your mother that I saved your life. I absolutely loved it when I
thanks.
read it. So where does that title come from? Is that from anything, or is that just fun little thing you had in your head?
No, no, I didn't come up with it. No, we used to do this thing when we were younger, and actually, I actually also I thought that everybody was gonna get this reference, but like nobody knows what I'm on about. So maybe it might have been just like my friends or my family or something. But it's like I don't know if you were like walking over like a puddle or like I don't know, like you'd like push someone onto the road or something. Do you know what I mean? So you'd push them and then you'd catch them before the thing happened. So I'd like push you and I'd go, tell your mother I saved your life, you know. So you'd nearly kill them, but then save their life, I guess.
Yeah.
So I knew that was going to be the name way before I knew if it was going to be an album or an EP or what it was going to be. I had that in my head for a good while
Mm.
because I just thought it was a great title. So,
Yeah,
but
it's,
that's
it is.
that's where it
It's
comes from.
immediately it's one as well that just stuck out to me, as I say. And I think you
Yeah,
mentioned there as well. Obviously, this album's kind of been, in the making for a while. Obviously, Wonderland, the first single from the album, you released, a little bit over 2 years ago, or 2.5 years ago now.
yeah.
Was there any point when you were kind of putting the album together that you were maybe just gonna, leave that off and go ahead with just completely new stuff, or was that always in your mind that this has to be on here, kind of thing?
I thought it had to be on there. I think it's like it was the first one we recorded, and yeah, it's nearly 3 years ago now since it came out. I didn't expect the album to take that long, you see, but I was just like, it had been a good while since I put out any music, and I was like, I'll just put this out, and people can have that, and it's because it's like, and I'm still kind of letting people know I'm still here or whatever. But yeah, no, it had to stay on it because I first of all, I wanted it on a record, and
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard the record, but it's definitely a song from that record. You know what I mean? And
yeah.
it's obvious, yeah, it's weird. It's weird that it's like in the single, especially on like it's like in the package of singles. I don't know why that is, but because I didn't really want it to be like I didn't consider a single on the rollout to this album, obviously, you know.
Yeah.
But it was just like I don't know where it is on the album and what the album is kind of a lot of it, what it's about. It's just very in keeping with the whole thing. So I was always going to keep it on because it's weird now, but in 20 years time, 3 years is not that much of a gap, you know what I mean? And it kind of sums up, yeah, that time too, I guess.
Yeah. And as you
Yeah,
say, it does, it's very in keeping with the rest of the album. But you did obviously mention as well, obviously, some more recent singles, excuse me, with obviously Johnny Workman and Makeover. So what was it
yeah.
like as well getting those out, especially with, the long period of time in between, the last thing being put out and then getting into this and beginning, I guess, the real closer rollout, I
Yeah,
suppose.
yeah, yeah. The actual rollout.
Yeah.
That was honestly it was kind of scary, and also I was like, I've put out music in the past, but like I've just put it out there. You know what I mean? I didn't really like ever do like a proper release, I guess. And then I knew I wanted to do that with this, and also I'm doing it with Software Records, so like we were doing a proper release, so. I knew I was going to do videos for it, and like the songs are kind of like different to. They're just a lot bigger than what I've previously done, and I was kind of. I was super nervous, to be honest. I was nervous about being in a video. I was nervous about like making the most cringe video in the whole world. But luckily, I wasn't the person responsible for making the videos. And so yeah, the videos were great, and I really enjoyed making them. And I was really nervous about putting out the first single, Johnny Workman, and then after that came out, yeah, it just got like so much love, and yeah, I did think it was great as well. You know what I mean? I did really like it myself as well. And then yeah, then makeover kind of came around in pretty quickly. It's been quick enough because yeah, I guess it took so long to make this. It took us such a long time to make this album. When we'd finished it, I was like, let's go, like let's get
Yeah.
this, out. And I wanted it to kind of be out for the summer. I feel like it's a good summer album, but yeah, it was really nerve wracking in the beginning, but then it was really fun. It's been fun since then, and I'm buzzing that they're out there now as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
And one thing you mentioned there, Softboy Records, I'm wearing this Kojak t-shirt, which I didn't even realize I had on, kind of thing,
Oh, nice.
until
Yeah.
until I was like sitting down. I went, oh, I've just grabbed a Kojak t-shirt. But what's that been like, kind of in working with him, working with the rest of the Softboy guys, especially for, trusting them to put the first record out?
Yeah, well, I was working especially closely with Kean
Yeah,
Kavanagh. He produced the whole record, and then since I guess Softboy got on board, I've been working mostly with Steve, who's he's the third owner of
yeah,
it's Kean and Kevin Kojak as well.
yeah.
So I've been working with him a lot, and it's been really fun. It's been really nice to like I guess it's not like this huge label that's kind of all over me, and like I
Yeah.
really get on with the lads, and it's like it's been actually we've had a bit of a laugh, and kind of I guess they kind of respect if I want to do things a certain way and stuff, and I like because yeah I yeah, it's just been really kind of a pretty relaxed approach, but they've also been such a help to me, because I don't know any, like we did the PR in house. I don't have a clue. I don't even know, I wouldn't even know how to start with any of that stuff. Do you know what I mean? And
Mm.
they just did all that for me basically, and told me, basically how to go about certain things, and would take on board what I was wanting to do or not wanting to do as well, and stuff with regards to fucking posting, excuse me, and releasing and stuff.
Work away. Work away.
Okay, good. So yeah, it's been great. It's been great. It's been a good laugh as well, actually.
Yeah.
Um,
And one of the names obviously you mentioned there, Kean Kavanagh. I
hmm.
actually saw you with Kean Kavanagh at King Tut's in Glasgow there.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I remember because I interviewed Kean that day at the venue, and I remember it being the most stressful day because there was like a rep, the rep for the gig. It was his first time repping a gig for I think DF, and
yeah,
he didn't have my like press pass ready. He didn't have any of the band's AAA passes ready. So me and
yeah.
Keen are doing the interview, and then people are asking us for our pass, and we're like, he's like, I'm on soon. And I remember you came up to me and you were like, "Are you Jack?" And I was kind of like, "Oh, Jake, yeah, how you getting on?" And you were like, "Oh, sorry, man. Do you have a pass for my girlfriend?" I was like, "Oh, no, no, I'm not that guy. I'm just another guy
Yeah,
running
they were like
around."
there was a bounce the bouncer was there. I love King Tut's as well, by the way. But there was the bouncer was there, and he was like, "No, she can't come in without a pass." I was like, it's not like we're getting like a big stream of people in here. It's just like it's just quite clearly my girlfriend. Like I'm just going on to play there. Like, can we just come in? Like, but
Yeah,
then himself came around and sorted it out, so it was grand.
yeah,
And
it was.
actually, Scotland won that night against
Yeah, it was
was it Denmark? And
yeah
I was
the
with that bouncer. Then we were jumping around the place, so we got on in the end.
yeah. Um, but yeah, in that interview, which is on Hive as well,
Hmm.
Keane did mention the album. He did mention that he'd worked on the album as well, and he did mention that. I'm pretty sure he said he was like, "It's probably the best thing I've heard coming out of Ireland Cup coming." And after I got to hear it there, I would hard agree. But kind of back to that
Thanks.
and on that tour with Keane, what was that like? Getting out and playing, around the UK and going to all these different spots.
It's great. Yeah, it was probably my first real tour, I suppose, with like a good chunk of venues and stuff. Um, it was cool. I got to see Nottingham and a lot of cities I've not seen, and we had like a little Sprinter tour bus and all, and Kean's
Yeah,
brother John was driving around, and yeah, just all the lads in the band with Kean are just really sound, and they're also just hilarious people. So
yeah.
it was really fun. Yeah, and then we went back and did the Irish tour, which was mental then, because like yeah, the gigs were just hopping, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was loads of fun. It was loads of fun.
And I do think one of the things that kind of from that stuck out to me was at the towards the end of the show in Keane's encore just gives up one of his three songs in his encore to bring you out to do Makeover
Yeah,
with the full band, which was something that I mean I loved it and I heard the song then and I immediately was like, is that on streaming? No, it's not.
yeah, yeah,
Refreshing
yeah.
daily waiting for it. Had it stuck genuinely, had it stuck in my head from November until still today. It still never
Mhm.
leaves my head. But what was that like, especially going out with Keane, for him to then just give up a portion of his show so that he could so that you could play your song and make it sound as good for everyone there, essentially.
Yeah, yeah, but he's just like that, Kean as well. You know, like he's like not just with my stuff. He just you can tell he's just at his
Yeah,
like happiest, just hyping people up. You know what I mean? Like
because
he's just
one of the things he said, because I asked like, what's it like? Obviously, he tours with Kojak and stuff, and I was like, what's the difference between like to you when you're touring for you or you're touring on that? He was like, nothing. He was like, all I want to do is just have the best time.
yeah, yeah, exactly, yeah. And he loves kind of just giving people a lift up, and he's always shouting me in these things and stuff, because we've been doing this together for so long and stuff. And it was really fun playing that song, because I have played it with a band with drums and stuff, but like we like upped the ante on that version and made it
Yeah.
like 20 times faster than I normally play it and stuff, and we didn't really practice it at all as well. So it was just like every night it was like, let's see what happens. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, it was a lot
Yeah.
of fun.
Like I say, I can't speak to the rest of the tour, but in Glasgow, I was blown away by it. I
Nice one, yeah.
had a
It was
great
great
time.
too, because support usually gets
Excuse
the
me.
smaller crowd, and to get on for the encore when the place is
Yeah,
actually full up, and yeah, that was nice.
yeah. One of the things I want to circle back to as well, we mentioned them earlier, with the singles with Johnny Workman and with Makeover as well. You put the videos out. There has been such kind of, especially within that sort of Irish and like the soft boy records sort of scene with everyone. There has been such a push for videos I've kind of found recently, especially with like Kojak directing so many of his own and other people's and the Cowboy song with Keane's song won an award for best video, I'm sure.
Mm.
What was that kind of that process like now going in, knowing that like not only do you have these videos, but you're also maybe in this sort of corral with the award-winning
Yeah, yeah.
videos and all these really, really good videos that have been coming out from that sort of circle.
I didn't really think about that side of it. I was just I did them with my two of my friends Nicole and Shane, and they have a production thing called Lighter Music, and they're based in Cork. And I did a music video with my friend Niamh, who goes by Jean Pack. She makes great music, and I was like an extra in that video. So I knew they were good, because I'd seen that
Mhm.
video back, but I wasn't really thinking about like myself up against the quality of those videos. I was just like, I really hope I don't look like so stupid in this. Do you know what I mean? I was actually like dreading it. Like
Yeah,
so much, because like I don't know, like I was just like, when the camera's in your face and you're not seeing it, and you're not seeing all the cuts and all the color grading and stuff. I was just like, I just know that I look like the biggest fool in the world, like. But it also helped that in Johnny Workman video, I was like trying to look like a fool. So that
yeah,
kind of helped. It was good to have some sort of mask. Even the second one we did black and white, that was like a big relief to me. That just something to hide behind, I guess. But yeah, the lads make great videos. They make
yeah,
really good videos, and so do Lighter Music, Nicole and Shane.
yeah.
Um, yeah.
No, definitely. Last few things I want to go through just very, very quickly. Obviously, album out on Friday. We are recording on Monday. Not too sure when this is going to go up, but with the album coming out again, I thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. And if you are listening, I can't say enough. But from the songs that aren't out quite yet, what are the ones that you're the most excited for people to kind of get their hands on?
There's a song kind of halfway down in the middle, and it's called "Sitting on the Wall Beside You," and I wrote that a long, long time ago. kind of actually before I wrote like a lot of the music that I put out before even, but I just never recorded it. And yeah, we recorded it like a few times and we kept getting it wrong. And it's quite a simple song, and yeah, we just couldn't seem to get it right. And like there's people who know my music and have come to my gigs have been who they know that song and they've been hearing it for like years. Like so, I'm looking forward to getting that out, and I'm proud of how we recorded it. I think the last version is beautiful. So
Yeah,
I'm also relieved because the other two versions we or three versions we did before that they just didn't do the song justice. They just at all. And the second last track on the album is called Fish Go Deep.
see,
I think
that's
that's
probably my favorite from it as well. It's
yeah, it's the best.
brilliant.
That's the best song that I've written for sure. Yeah, it's beautiful
Yeah,
recording as
definitely.
well. We just got like yeah, it's just my friend Steph played the double bass on it, and my friend Finn played the guitar on it, and just yeah, it just sounds really good. I think.
Yeah,
So those two, I'm looking forward to getting them out into the world. Yeah,
yeah.
for sure.
And then obviously, with the album coming out comes the obligatory. What have we got planned? Have we got any shows planned? Do we have anything in the pipeline? Mainly for selfish reasons, because I'm wanting to go again.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm doing a small little tour here now. With the weekend it comes out, I'm just doing like a little. Like I was saying earlier, like when I finished making this record, I was like, can we just get this out? Like as soon as I can. And it was like we just started rolling it out. So I feel like I don't know. I'm hoping that maybe this record will catch on to a good few people that haven't heard of me before. So I'm gonna do a tour maybe later in the year, maybe after the summer. Like I'm thinking September, October. I'm thinking late September. There's a couple of shows booked in there. I'm not going over a year away until then. Probably I will hopefully get to Glasgow, but I haven't put set in stone. I want to do
Yeah,
probably a London show and a Glasgow show, and then the rest will be in Ireland.
yeah,
In the meantime, I'm doing just a few pub gigs. I'm doing one in Cork on release day at like 4 o'clock in the day in my local. Just kind of just no hassle, no
yeah,
nonsense, small gigs basically. I'm doing one in Charlie Malone's in Limerick on the 7th of May. I'm playing Anam Cara Festival on the 2nd, the day after the record comes out. On the 3rd, I'm playing in the Hut in Phibsborough in Dublin. But yeah, keep an eye out, I guess, for after the summer for the Tell Your Mother tour.
yeah,
And yeah, hopefully I'll get up your way. I'd love to get back up to Glasgow. I love it
yeah.
up there. I played in King Tut's twice. I'd probably play somewhere smaller than that, I reckon.
Mhm.
But yeah, I might ask you for some recommendations actually.
Yeah,
Um,
well, listen, I'm always here. Last couple of things just before I wrap up. One of the
sure.
things I do like to talk about with everyone that I interview is I always like to just get a sense of what they're listening to, especially within like local scenes. I don't know Irish music has in the moment having like it's or right now having another moment essentially with so many Irish artists going huge. But who are some of the maybe smaller Irish artists, maybe the hidden gems that not everyone's tapped into just yet that if you could recommend to people, who would you be telling them to put onto?
Jean Pack, definitely. My friend Neve, she's got an EP out. Came out, I think it was more than a year ago now, or maybe it was last year. She's great, and if you can see them live, she's got a really good band. It's kind of like it's rock, I guess. It's like I don't know. I'm really bad at describing music. You should listen to her, Jean Pack. Who else is there? Oh God, and every time I do an interview, like I haven't done that many interviews, but I always know that this is going to happen, and I always forget everyone. um, my friend Sam, he goes by Inchworm. He's really cool. He puts out like five. He's after putting out like 4 albums in the last year, and he just doesn't really
Just
promote them or anything. He just throws them out there. But he's great. He's Cork based. Oh, who else? God. Um, I don't know. I'll come back to it.
no
I knew
worries.
this would happen.
No, no worries. Well, look, we've got them there. And
I
perfect.
do.
Yeah,
I do like music.
that's
Sure.
that's the exclusive. That's that's what we'll run with. But no,
Sure.
listen. Thanks again for coming on.
Yeah. Thanks for
Obviously,
anyway.
yeah. Tell Your Mother I Saved Your Life out 1st of May, maybe
Yeah.
already out by the time this goes out.
Yeah.
And definitely keep an eye on everything. If you want to plug away at your socials, plug away anything else. Now's your time.
Yeah. Just listen to the album Rua Rí. Tell Your Mother I Saved Your Life. give that a listen. And keep an eye out for some gigs in your local area.